Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Memorial service for Willard Daniel Dan Martin, age 86 of Coleman, will be today at 1 p.m. at Eastside Baptist Church. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. Moss Service Funeral Home is directing. Funeral services for Audrey A. Ward, age 81 of Coleman, will be today at Jones Chapel Church of Christ at 4 p.m. with Brother Nicky Presnell officiating. Ms. Ward will lie in state for 1 hour prior to the service. Interment will be in Chance's Crossroads Cemetery. Memorial services with military honors for Randall Allen Brown, age 50 of Hansville, will be held today at 1 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Paul Campbell will officiate. The family will receive friends from noon until the time of service. Funeral services for Kathleen Cheatham, age 85, will be today at Sardis No. 2 Baptist Church with burial in the church cemetery. Moss Service is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Erskine Leon Ballinger, age 70 of Coleman, will be tomorrow, Thursday at 10 a.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. Burial to follow in Bethlehem Church of God Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 9 until the service on Thursday. Funeral services for Floyd Ray Taylor, age 87 of Hansville, will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Keith Swan will officiate. Burial in Bowman Chapel Cemetery. Visitation will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon at the funeral home. Funeral services for Marie Wilhite Bergen Goff, age 93 of Vinemont, will be Thursday at 4 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. Visitation from 2 until 4 p.m. Funeral services for Eddie Larry Fulmer, age 66 of Coleman, will be at 3 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, at Coleman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Carl Malin officiating. Visitation will be this evening from 6 until 8 p.m. at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2 right here in Coleman, Alabama on what appears to be a beautiful Wednesday morning.
Yesterday was
so
gorgeous.
Far, yeah.
A little warm, but not too bad.
Not too bad,
Yeah.
not too bad. We didn't get any rain yesterday.
Nope.
So that's always nice.
Yep, at least none here.
At least none here, yeah. I know they did get some a little south of us. But let's go ahead and jump into the weather this morning. Of course, it's brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Here is the almanac for today, June the 10th. The average high is going to be 87 degrees. The record was set at 101 degrees in 1953. The average low, 66 degrees, with the record being set at 49 degrees in 1930. That is a cool June day,
It
49
is.
degrees.
It is.
Sunset tonight at 7:58 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:21.
It's hard to tell.
There is the southeast radar for you. As you can see, there is some cloud coverage making its way up the coast in Florida. Let's go ahead and see if we're going to be affected by any of that. Today, it's going to be partly cloudy. The high of 90 degrees, a 20% chance of precipitation. Overnight low, 68 degrees. That 20% carrying over. Tomorrow, though, it looks like it's inching its way up to 30% tomorrow. 87 degrees, so cooling off just a little bit. Here is the weekend forecast for you. Rain is in the forecast both Friday and Saturday, with highs in the 80s, warming up on Sunday to 90 degrees, and it looks like it just gets warmer next week.
Right. And I think just yesterday, we weren't supposed to have any rain on Saturday.
Right.
So,
You never know.
trust the weatherman.
You
really?
never know. Can you trust me? That's the question you
Yeah,
got to ask yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Facebook friend this morning.
And that's Miss Tahani Cleghorn. And of course, Tahani used to work here, and she likes Walt Disney and the Hunger Games. Looks like maybe she's all dressed up for...
She's with Belle there at Disney World.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
She sure is.
Very good. Well, then no wonder she likes Disney, huh? At any rate, Tahani, just come by here and pick up your certificate so you can get your famous Mike Mad Dog's barbecue sandwich. So come by here first.
Awesome. And we also have a day in history today. Let's go ahead and check out what that is. On this day, June the 10th in 2003, Wicked opens on Broadway. Of course, Wicked being the story, kind of an alternate story from The Wizard of Oz,
and
right?
Actually, I've seen that play.
Have you? I have
Yes.
a lot of friends that have seen that
I've read
musical.
the book.
Yep.
Have read the book. It was really, really good.
Yeah, it's
really,
it's
really
it's
good.
one of my personal favorite musicals. It's just, man, the music in that is just so good.
Yeah.
Something else Tani would probably agree with.
Yeah, she probably would like it. Probably could sing half of it.
Probably could sing us the whole thing perfectly.
yes.
We have a great guest lined up for us today. Who is our guest?
Mr. Chip Beeker is here, and he is the Alabama Public Service Commissioner. And is going to talk to us about what's happening in his neck of the woods.
Right. He's gonna tell us all about what his job entails,
Yep.
and I think he's on a mission right now to let everybody know what it is exactly that
Which
they
is
do.
good, because I think a lot of people, me included, don't really know exactly what the Public
Exactly.
Service Commissioner. We
Absolutely.
have to vote on him.
Yeah,
all
we
the
sure
time,
do,
But
yeah.
we kind of need to know what it's for.
Exactly.
So, what
So
does he do?
we're going to come back after this first commercial break and talk with him, so don't go away.
I remember the moment
I'll never forget that moment.
that changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
The Alabama Public Service Commissioner, Mr. Chip Beeker, is here today in our presence, and we are honored to have you
Thank you.
here. And I love the accent from South Alabama. And how did you get involved in politics?
It started, I guess, 25 years ago. I ran for county commission in Greene County, and I won, and I stayed there 20 years. In the last 10, I was the chairman of a county, and county commissioners have a lot on their plate. So I got into that, and I had a time with the EPA with the steam plant in Greene County, and we didn't get along well. And I decided that I wanted to run for a state race, and the Public Service Commission regulates the energy policy in the state, and I'd had some experience with us having the steam plant in Greene County, and so that's why I ran. That and some other things, but that's one of the major things. I was not pleased with how they conducted their business.
So when you say regulates the energy policy, what exactly does that mean?
We basically say how much the energy companies can charge the people.
Okay. Energy's like TVA? And
No, the TVA is federal.
Oh.
Alabama Power is
okay.
the big one.
Okay.
And then gas companies like natural gas.
Okay.
There are several gas companies in the state, and any water company that's for profit or wastewater or anything like that that's for profit. Now, the co-ops, there are many electric co-ops in the state.
Electric co-op,
Mhm.
okay.
We do not regulate them or a co-op, a water co-op.
Okay.
We evolved, you might say, from the Railroad Commission, which started 100 and something years ago. The states realized that everybody had to be in compliance, or either the trains wouldn't go across some states. And so we were the Railroad Commission, and then after that we started building power lines. Well, somebody had to see if the power goes from state to state, which it does. People don't realize that, but it goes everywhere. Then it had to be a foundation, and the same thing with natural gas. If you build a pipeline, you do not build it to the state line and quit.
Right.
It goes
right.
across. So
Right.
it needed to be regulation, and if one state charged too much, then another state. And it's very competitive now because all of the states are really interested in businesses coming to their state.
Sure.
First question to ask is, what will my electricity cost me? What will natural gas cost me? How friendly will you be when we get there?
Right,
So
right.
that's extremely important.
And everybody wants those businesses to come because, of course, they create jobs. And jobs create sales tax and everything else that goes with it.
Yes, ma'am,
It's
that's
just
right.
It's a roll, just a
That's-
whatever. It keeps going.
It does. It definitely does.
Now, speaking of tax money, you were actually mentioning something about tax money before, and how you guys really don't deal with that as much, right?
We don't, not the taxes.
As far as
As individual.
No, we don't. We individual rates, we do regulate, but that's not a tax. That's a
Right.
person pays for a rate. And the taxes, I wouldn't say taxes. I would say rate. That's a
Right.
that's a better.
Okay.
And we have rates for companies and rates for citizens, and so it's several brackets.
Right.
I've only been in office 6 months. I took office in November, and it's a learning curve that takes a while.
I would imagine, yeah. And how long is your
4 years.
term?
We all run statewide. There are 3 of us. We have a president and 2 commissioners.
Okay.
So in some of the states, they have districts. There would be a third, and a third. Most of them, maybe all of them, have 3 commissioners per state.
Right.
So I ran a major part of my platform is if Alabama competes with all of the states that touch us, then I'm not going to bother that. Competitive. In Alabama, we all know we like to be competitive. And by competitive in Alabama, we don't mean we like to meet them. We like to beat them.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm speaking of the football, of course.
Right. There you go.
Of course, we had to get that in.
We had to get that in, and I'm not going to mention the team that Jeff
you go.
Elrod's with me, and he's
I
my
hope-
executive assistant. We're not mentioning that. No,
I
ma'am.
hope not.
No,
Usually
ma'am.
That is a source of contention in this
Sure.
place. But
All the
anyway.
time. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But anyway, but you're competing with other states. You want to get the best price. Is that kind of what
Absolutely.
you're saying? So that way other businesses will
When
want to
businesses
here.
come, I'll give you, for instance, the company that came into Huntsville, Polaris. I think there's about 2,000 jobs involved. Now, Polaris is on TVA, which is federal, and I think Coleman's on TVA. But as soon as you get south of Coleman, and maybe a little west, then it's Alabama Power.
Okay.
But Polaris wants to find where they can have safe and reliable and a good price on what the energy that they have to use, whether it's natural gas or electricity. And it is a great war of bidding. And the Southeast is, all over the Southeast, is doing very well. Our climate is very attractive. We have energy here. Our coal is attractive.
Right.
We have an abundance of natural resources. And so each state tries to get the best, the plum of who's coming with jobs.
Right. So you have to be very competitive. Okay, so I understand that. So you're kind of in charge of regulating those prices and things?
The three of us are.
Okay. All right.
So we have to make sure it's reliable, it's safe,
Right.
and it's competitive.
Right.
So
Okay.
so we work for the public, but the public tells us, well, Chip, see to it that we get as many jobs as we can.
Right.
And so I like to go around and explain, well, this is why this happens, and it's not, it's a question, but it's not a fair question. Well, Chip, you just need to see to it that the rates come down. Well, if we all got together and said we would do that, we wouldn't get any more business. And then we would say, well, we're not getting taxes into the state.
Right.
And we're going to have to raise your taxes because we do not have the funds to go.
Right.
And if we get these companies, then the taxes come in. They pay taxes
Right.
to live and to do. So it's a balancing act, and it's a learning curve, and I'm just starting to find out the particulars, you might say.
Right. And you mentioned earlier something about $12 million. Is that right? That y'all are going to be giving
we
to
are
the state? Well, what does that mean?
Well, we do not use tax monies to operate the Public Service Commission. We charge a fee, a rate, to the companies that we regulate, and they pay us. Now, the state is in a financial crisis,
Right.
and we know that. We have trimmed from 119 jobs to maybe 79 jobs, and we're still effective. We're efficient. We're doing that.
Lean and mean.
That's what we are.
Okay.
And it's a real
Challenge?
serious, yes ma'am, it is
Okay.
a challenge. And I came in before there's ample money. But we've decided to send some of that money back to the general fund. It will actually be $12.5 million, which will start in the next fiscal year.
Right.
We've been doing this since the 90s, sending some back and working with the legislature and telling them that we can try this. You just can't downsize overnight.
Right.
You have to let things work themselves out. When people retire, we do all that we can not to replace that one, but to move somebody else in the job, and it takes time to distribute out what everybody does.
Right.
And see to
Train
it that
them.
train them that they're doing it. So we've cut state cars probably by almost 50%. Travel, we've cut half of it.
Now, what do some of these employees do? Because sometimes I look at big government and I think, okay, I mean, that's just a big organization. What does it do? Why does it cost so much money to run it?
That's a fine question, and I don't know all of it yet, but I know about it. All the railroad line has to be inspected regularly.
Okay.
You know, you hear of one accident, train accident like we heard of this year, and it's catastrophic when it happens.
Right.
So we send people every day checking these lines,
Okay.
and they have to be trained. We send people every day to check the pipelines. Gas runs all over the states,
Okay.
everywhere. And so somebody's got to know, is this pipe safe?
Right.
Could it leak? And every now and then we have a leak.
Right.
And
Because things are getting older.
Things are getting older. That's right. And you just cannot replace everything all at once. We don't have the money.
Right.
So we have to count on these people to go and to tell us that, we need to watch this. We know these lines are older than those lines. And when we build a line now, we want to be sure that we build it as good as it can be built. We don't want to come back. We don't have the money to come back and do that.
Right. So you've got to not be cheap when you're
We cannot afford to be cheap, and we cannot afford to hire people. See, people's lives count on what we do.
Right.
Sure.
And people get on a train or put their freight on a train, and they never give it another thought that something could happen with the rail.
Right.
But it does. And every time that it happens, everybody's shocked.
Right.
Well, we are shocked.
Right.
And so we don't want that to happen in Alabama. If it happens a time or two, then the industry's not coming.
Right.
And people are not going to want to ride.
Right.
So it's extremely important to get that right.
Right. Okay. So they inspect the pipelines and they inspect the railroads. Anything else?
Any for-profit water system.
Okay.
And there's some systems that sell water. We've got to be sure that the water's clean, that it's good. Basically, that's about everything that we inspect. There may be some others. Like I say, 6 months on the job.
Right.
You start out with the big things, and then they treat new commissioners, I guess, like you treat a new employee. Don't tell him everything. He'll leave and go home.
Right.
Well, and I was about to ask you, are you happy that you have gotten this position? Of course, you're on air, and you're probably going to want to have guarded. But you know what I mean? Was it more than what you expected, or was it?
I'm happy that I got it, and I enjoyed doing it, and I did not know that I would enjoy it. I was like a man on a mission with the experience that I had had with the EPA, and it was unpleasant, to say the least. If we have time, we can get into that. And I wanted a chance to be in a state position because of what I know. If it happens, and it will happen.
Right.
I mean, it will happen. They are here now.
And EPA is a federal agency.
It's federal.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And they regulate
Everything.
Everything.
And they look
Yes.
every day for something else to regulate.
Right.
And I hope we can have a little time to spend on that.
Well, we don't really, but we'll give you a few more minutes since
Oh,
you've
great.
traveled this far.
Thank you. In this current administration, there have been 28,000 new pages of regulation. The 28,000.
How can you even
How
keep
can
up
you
with that?
fathom that?
Yes.
Well, you cannot. They have to ensure that their job seems to be so important that they keep doing that. And the Clean Air Act, which is passed, will come to us, and one of the guises in that is that anything that happens, we don't take it to court in Alabama. We take it to court federally.
Right.
They do everything that they do to make their job important so that they're needed.
Exactly.
The thing that I love to say is that the Earth Day started in the late 60s. We were warned that we would not live until 2000 because of the new ice age that's coming. Right. The same scientists are warning us now, and some of these, they're probably retired, but they're still there, and now we're going to burn up.
Sure.
And I said, how do you scientifically let that match? It was from Earth. It was from freezing to burning.
Right.
What is up with the science? And it is not a proven science. There are many, many scientists out there that said the Earth is not warming by CO2. Well, they get defunded, and they have all kinds of things that happen to them, and they take them to court, and so. It's what happened with us with the steam plant in Greene County. They were subversive in trying to get it to close, and they basically were bribing people to say wrong things. And I lived through it, and one of the reasons I ran.
I understand, and with my little minimal bit of information, that the EPA was formed in order to, and I'm pretty sure this is right, to check on the gas prices. This was back in the late 60s, early 70s, mid 70s, and it was formed so that way they could help to keep gas prices down. And they started out with a certain amount of people, and it cost so much money. Well, now, 30-something, 40-something years later, it has grown into this monstrosity.
That's a good
and
word.
we are actually we're paying more for our gas than we've ever paid before.
Much more.
So what was the purpose of that organization? And I totally agree with you. They have to, and I'm going to say this on record, justify their jobs. And in order to do that, they have to find something wrong with wherever they go to check it out.
They have to.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's more cynical. The people who get raises with the EPA are the people that go and find things wrong and they report it. And so they find things wrong that are not wrong.
Right.
And people, I talk to them around the state, it says, you cannot believe, Chip, what's happened over here. They came and they saw this and we've been doing this and it's nothing wrong here. And I farmed just about all my life, I know. Mm-hmm. And they said, well, they charged me $25,000 for this. And I said, they did? I said, yes. So they like to do that, and it's designed to go to federal court. They do not want the judges in Alabama or any state. They go there, and the federal judges do well if they will protect the EPA and see that it grows. And we're being taken over. Our states' rights are just evaporating, and that's the design of federal government.
Yes, it is. And we could go on about that for hours, but we don't have any more time. But I really do appreciate you coming.
Thank you so much.
I know you're going to be going around the state trying to go to a lot of different places so you can kind of tell people what's happening, and I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. I enjoy doing it.
Well, thank you very much for being here. All right?
Thank you.
Awesome. Don't go away, because right after this break, we're going to come back and do our merchant ad segment.
You are my kind.
What happened? How did you make this? What is this? How did you get up there?
You did what? How did it go?
What?
How in the...
What did you do? Honey, how did that happen?
Wake up!
What? How? What?
Asking the right questions, that's caring. And that's why Whirlpool made the new Cabrio washer with settings that simply ask what and how to get the perfect wash. Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Welcome back to the show. This is the part of the show where we like to give away a couple prizes. So let's take a look at what those prizes are. We have a free family barbecue package from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. We also have a large 5-topping pizza from Coleman Pizza Hut. And 1 free round of golf from Chesley Oaks Golf Course. So let's go ahead and jump right into our merchant ads.
And we're going to start with Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza next to your Yogurt Mountain. Try our new barbecue pizza. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Summer is served at Papa Murphy's.
Good news, Dairy Queen fans, their newest location is open over on Cherokee Avenue. Go check it out. Have you been over there yet?
I have not.
It is a different take on Dairy Queen. I really love the patio area. They also have tons of birthday cakes. Go check them out today.
There's Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue featuring that family pack, and today you can win it for free, but otherwise you'll have to pay $15.99 for it. It has a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, and 4 buns.
The Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center, they have a variety of fitness opportunities, including a 6-lane competition pool and a brand new water slide. Go and check it out. They also have day passes available for those of you that do not want to do the whole month deal.
And Chesley Oaks Golf Course open 7 days a week, 7 to 7. They have beautifully manicured bent greens right there in the Fairview area at Chesley Oaks Golf Course.
And Night Free Insurance. Night Free Insurance Agency has been providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations. You can visit them on the web at night-freeinsurance.com or call them at the number at the bottom of the screen.
And Be Fit, a fitness facility in downtown Coleman right next to Renard's Gallery. It's just $50 a month. And of course, it is month to month, no contracts, and that does include a personal trainer.
All right, that is our first round of merchant ads. There's the number at the bottom of the screen. Our question today is about Mad Dog Mike's.
All right.
Where is Mad Dog Mike's located? We talk about it all the time.
Yes,
and so if you can call in and tell us the area that he is located in, then you will win all of those great prizes that we showed you just a couple of seconds ago. Of course, our number is 256-734-7399. Give us a call while we take a look at Money Matters, and it's brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hi, I'm Amy Ho, Premier Bank's new office manager at 157, located just west of intersection Eva Road and 157. Stop by and see us anytime, Monday through Saturday, yes, even Saturday, where you can make a deposit, cash a check, or get a loan to purchase that new vehicle. Remember that all of our offices are full service and that you can continue to expect the same great service that you've experienced over the past 27 years. So please stop by and see us anytime. Again, 157 office. Thank you.
And we have a caller on the line. Hey, can we ask who's calling?
Oh, Dot.
Hey, how are you doing, Miss Dot?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. Can you tell us where Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue is located?
A Berlin Quick Stop on 278.
That is exactly right. The Berlin Quick Stop on 278. And we are going to give you, actually, part of our package today is a free family barbecue pack from Mad Dog Mike. So if you'll stay on the line, we're going to get some information from you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, yep, you can go visit Mad Dog Mike's over there. They have some really great food. I don't know if how many times you've ever had it, but
I haven't had a chance to go out there yet.
It is very good. And what it is his barbecue sauce is different than most barbecue. It's not the typical brown barbecue sauce. It's a take on it, and it's very good. So let's go ahead and jump into our second round of merchant ads. Wallace State Hansville, you can get a boost on your career in health sciences, invest 2 semesters and enter the healthcare field as a patient care specialist, or become a boost student and enhance your healthcare training. Go check that out today.
And Bojangles, breakfast all day long, my favorite meal, every day from 5:30 a.m. until 10 p.m. That's Bojangles.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore. Your required summer reading is now available. All you students out there, go and check them out because their new books are 20% off and used books are half off.
And Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, a new featured pizza each and every day. The lunch buffet is from 11 to 2 for just $5.99. What a deal, and again on Sunday night.
Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formwear tuxedo rentals for summer weddings are now available. Go check them out. He has great competitive prices on tuxedo rentals. They are open from Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30 p.m.
Looks like you can get bow ties there.
Yeah.
Hair by Loretta, the color specialist. Hair care for the whole entire family in our new location at Bella Fair Day Spa and Salon. Color, highlights, body waves, straightening, waxing, and spa pedicures.
Tires for Less. They are more than just tires, although they do feature Bridgestone and Firestone tires. They offer a variety of different services for your car. All of them you can see there.
And Grand Point Pharmacy and Gifts, they make managing your prescriptions easy because they know managing your health is hard enough. They also have Dippin' Dots, 2 for $5 with a variety of flavors.
All right, those are our merchant ads for the day. Be sure and call in tomorrow if you would like the chance to win some great prizes because we are always giving away some stuff during this time. Don't go away because when we come back, we're going to talk about some birthdays and some different events going on in the area.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
And now it's time for our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Coleman City and Coleman County are having their annual blood drive this Friday from 8 until 5. You will be provided a free sandwich for all donors, and of course it will support both Life South and the American Red Cross. The city donators can go to the Life South bus at the Fest Hall Market Plots, and the county donators can go to Walmart, to the parking lot. So go and give some blood this Friday. And Color Me Coleman, it's a 5K run on Saturday, June the 13th at Sportsman's Lake Park. It is $35 for an entry fee. Worldwide Knit in Public. Join us Saturday, 9 till 11 at the Fest Hall. For more information, give them a call at 256-775-6642. That's the Worldwide Knit in Public Day. Fantastic. And Youth Rally is taking place on June 18th at Sacred Heart Family Life Center. It's just $30 a person, and it includes fellowship, speakers, music, mass, food, and fun. June the 18th. And the Coleman High School Color Guard is doing a 3-man scramble golf tournament fundraiser. That'll be at the municipal golf course. The team fee is $180, or it's $60 per person. And June the 20th is the day of the event. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. And Rad Kids, it's a self-defense safety summer camp, June the 22nd through the 26th. It's going to be held at the Civic Center from 9 until 11. Registration forms are in the Civic Center. It's $5 per child, ages 5 through 11. And Colonel Coleman is having a big birthday bash on July the 2nd at 12 o'clock at the Fest Hall Market Plots. You can enter to win a dinner for 2 with Colonel Coleman, and it includes free lemonade, ice cream, and cake. And Wallace State is doing all kinds of great youth summer classes. You can see hip-hop dance, digital photography, upcycle tree planting. Let's see, why can't I not say that? The knife painting. Palette. I want to keep wanting to say Pilates. But the palette knife painting, it just wouldn't come out. Etiquette and self-confidence, I need one of those. And pageant prep. They are all available during the month of June. So give them a call at 256-352, whatever that number was. And if you want to share with us a community billboard, you can send it to our webpage at channel2coleman.com. Email channel2coleman@gmail.com. Give us a call at 256-734-7399, or like us on Facebook at Channel 2 Coleman. And this has been brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. And we do have a birthday to announce. Miss Hope Kirby will have a birthday today, and so congratulations, Hope. But your name will be put into the drawing on Friday, where you have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And let's take one last look at the weather, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Today it's going to be a high of 90 degrees, overnight low of 68. That's a cool overnight low there. We've got a 20% chance of rain for the day. Cooling off tomorrow just before it gets blazing hot.
Yes, and rainy.
And rainy, yep. But that's good for our friends over at the Farmers Market, like we always like to talk about. Be sure and tune in tomorrow because tomorrow on the show we are going to have Alyssa White. She's going to be talking about all of our entertainment news in the area and for the day. So tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then.